Wow, what is this? Well, beautiful painting right here. Just gorgeous. Let me just... What an incredible painting. Now, don't don't worry. I'm gonna show you how I made that painting, but I'm gonna tell a little story behind the painting. Something that spice it up. So sit here and just, well, grab popcorn, grab chips, go to the store, do whatever you want. Do whatever you need to do before we get started here, because this is the most incredible journey you're ever gonna experience in your life. I'm gonna be honest. Like this was fucking good. This was fucking incredible. I even surprised myself. So sit back, enjoy yourself, and yeah, let's get to our first episode of Project Painting. So, in this first part, I forgot to record. So yeah, off to a great start. Just wonderful. But I just painted the moon, the clouds, and the entire background. No big deal, just a huge part of the painting gone. But something that I am doing is I'm painting these clouds. I'm giving them more like a shadow, just because the moon is up there, bottom is shadow. But I sort of wanted to make an isolated world, sort of a place where everything is just abandoned, everything is just decrepit, the moon is broken in shards. There's a story behind that. So what I decided to do here was make some buildings. And I made one really tall building because this building is going to be the center of our story. Because some scientist built this giant skyscraper to try to make portals to different dimensions. Unfortunately, it became unstable, and it locked in on a dimension with all these creatures, all these monsters, all these things that are dangerous to people. And what it did is, not only did it bring some creatures, it brought all of them. It brought the entire world that they've lived in, and the broken moon up there that you can see. That's what happened when the two moons collapsed. But somehow, some way, they were able to save Earth. And right here, I woke up like really early in the morning, around 6, to start to paint. I really wanted to get this finished. I was really dedicated to this project because I really do love painting. It is a passion of mine. So I'm just putting lighter paintings at the bottom to, indicate that, hey, there's a bunch of buildings, and some of the smaller buildings are overlapping on the buildings in the background, because, some buildings in front are bigger than the ones that are behind them. Sort of like that big skyscraper. But, no one knows what happened during that day. A bunch of people got separated that day because people were teleporting all around the world. And we're following the story of a guy named John. John is a boy like any other. He teleported away and he lost his family, and this is the first thing he saw when he got teleported away. A giant city with a giant skyscraper. Sort of wonky, isn't it? And that's me giving a thumbs up. But where could this city be? New Jersey? No, it got destroyed in the thing where the portal collapsed in. You know what happened to the moon, but what happened here was I just, did the same thing, made lighter colors. And it's sort of a rinse and repeat, wait for the paint to dry, and then just paint again on top. So basically, John sees this abandoned city. There's no lights, there's no life, there's not even those monsters. It's just him. There could be people there, but he doesn't know. He hasn't explored the city yet. Could he? Yes, he could if he wanted to. But right here, yeah, I'm just mixing white, and don't worry, when the paintbrush goes off screen, I'm not licking it. I'm wiping it with that tissue you see next to my mouse. And this is just sort of calming to watch, like this lapse. But yeah, it is sort of nice. And the thing is, John doesn't know where any of this is, like I said. But he is dedicated to surviving. John doesn't know if he wants to go back home, or he doesn't know how he can go back home, but the world is in shambles. People disappearing, some people teleported into space, they died there. And right here I'm just highlighting the sky, just to put more attention, to put more shine into different parts of the sky. I don't know if that makes sense, but it made sense in the moment while I was painting. Now what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna paint over the buildings, yeah, I'm gonna paint over the buildings so then I can make more room for other buildings, because I'm gonna add a lighter color, and hopefully this is gonna be the last layer buildings that we do before we go on to the foreground, I think it's called. Right here we have the buildings, and this is just pure white. I mixed a little bit of gray in there, but it's sort of hard to tell. But yeah, this is the last layer of buildings that we're gonna do. And hopefully this shows like how far, obviously it shows how far away John is. But John is not brave, John is not courageous, John is, I guess you would call him normal. And I don't know if being normal makes you not courageous, not any of that, but I don't think it doesn't. I think John is just very cautious. John is the type of person, when I think of him, he's just like a germaphobe. He just wants to be stable. There's nothing wrong with that, but obviously John should take some risks sometimes in his life. So maybe John might explore it, but at the moment I think John is just more focused on getting stuff to survive. And right here we're almost done with this layer. And here I am moving the painting so you can get a better view. And we're almost... there we we go. We are done. And we're gonna add like a little bit more, so at the bottom. Honestly, I look back and I don't really know what the point of this was. I guess, in my point of view, there was still like a bunch of stuff on there. But right here we have a little tap, 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 tap. We're gonna sort of push the paint into, or pump this. We're gonna push the brush that we have here into the buildings and the sort of the mountain or the hill that's in front of it, and it makes sort of this nice texture. And I don't know, I really like it. But right here, I'm gonna add another layer. I wanted it to be dark up front, and it's gonna become lighter in back, but I sort of mess with that in a way. We'll see it soon, but look how nice that looks. You use this brush and you use the texture. You can mix like things like this, and it just makes nice colors. It's more mixed, but that's a really cool blend now that I look at it. And now we have lighter colors coming up here. And just look at that blend. I really like that. Better than a Starbucks blend, I'll say. But to be honest, I kinda hate coffee. I did drink it for like a week straight, and then I'm like, why am I drinking this shit? It does not taste good. And here I do sort of little twirls, just to fill in empty space. And here I put some green for the grass. And I sort of mix black into it because it's sort of green was too bright. I needed to dim it down. So I used black, and here you can see my pajamas. I'm shaking my leg a lot, bouncing it up and down. Why do people do that? That's an excellent question. Why do people bounce their leg up and down? I'm doing it right now. But right here I'm just mixing it with other colors, and right now I'm making grass, and I really like how it turned out. This is what John sees. It's a very beautiful sight. If I was John, I would take a picture. What about you? What would you do if you were John in this situation? But look at that. Very big grass. And I'm sort of adding a little bit of spikes. I forgot to record, but I will change that later, as you can see soon. And there you go. Look how that looks. Just gorgeous. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and just have a wonderful day.